Greetings and salutations. I hope everyone's having themselves a mighty fine day. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell down so the Ghost of the 13-month series doesn't get you and you can stay notified. Today, I want to talk about blue holes. Today, I want to talk about the blue hole concept in Tower of God. We were first introduced to blue holes by Kel Hellam in Season 3, Chapter 18, Chapter 435 in total, when Kel Hellam and So-Oh pulled up on the Van Kel and Hansung Yu. And the thing I really want to talk about today is whether or not this was kind of a good idea and what exactly a blue hole is, because some people seem to be confused. Now, going by the literal official line webtoon translation, right after the concept of blue hole is under the high ranker text, it says blue hole is a term used for high rankers who have been inactive for so long since ancient times that no one knows if they are dead or alive, or rankers whose true influence or power are difficult to measure. So I suppose it's possible for you to be a ranker, a high ranker, or upper ranker who's extremely active. Maybe you're not particularly powerful, but let's say you created some type of concept or technology in a tower that's kind of hard to quantify its importance. You might not be officially ranked and be classified as a blue hole, but it seems to really be people who are inactive for so long they've kind of been lost to time, slightly forgotten, or maybe unrecognizable when people see them. Now, as far as I can recall, per my knowledge and recollection, the only two blue holes that we have seen have been Kel Hellam, like officially stated to be a blue hole, and spoilers for the latest chapters of Tower of God. If not all the way caught up, this will be like not a spoiler in like 12 weeks, 3 months, but Garnak, the new introduced blue hole and FUG elder that came along with Looselike. Now, I want to make something clear. I don't think it means that being an elder in FUG makes you a blue hole, because Looselike is not, and I don't know that he's considered an elder. He is a leader and like #1 slayer, so to speak, so maybe he's not one, but Sophia Tan was not stated to be a blue hole, so she's probably ranked somewhere. I also saw on the interconnected webs, that's what I call the internet, that Traumare is a blue hole. I don't think this is true. I know Traumare is probably one of the more inactive family heads, but he's a family head regardless, and people know his name and it rings too at the tower. There's no way you think about the Lopabia family and don't know the name Traumare. It's likely that SIU has just not revealed what his current rank is for one reason or another. I don't actually think he's a blue hole. But what I also really want to talk to you guys about is whether or not you think this is a good idea to be implemented into the story of Tower of God. I think it's safe to say, and most people tend to agree with me when I bring it up as far as Tower of God fans in my neck of the woods go, that high rankers, rankers, and upper rankers, that title doesn't hold the same weight it used to hold anymore. Back in the Season 1 and maybe sometimes in Season 2, seeing a ranker was a big deal, maybe a little bit scary, and you know, they really hyped them up, especially in Season 1. Some people think their portrayal has been a little lackluster as early as Season 1. I do think you're misreading it. They're heavily suppressed, they're testing the regulars, and they're not actually trying their absolute best and whatnot. But, you know, people have the thought process. But I personally thought it was a good idea, because if you're going to trivialize rankers in this way, he needs an unknown tier of strength to pull random characters from, and he can make them as weak, as tricky, or as smart, or as powerful as he needs to be, depending on what's happening in the narrative. He might just need Bam to fight someone random. He's like, this guy is from the age of Genesis, and he was known as the irregular checker or something like that, and he checked Jihad one time. I don't know, like, he could do things like that, which I thought was probably smart. But I know some people think otherwise, that because he made the mistake of trivializing rankers, high rankers, and upper rankers, advanced rankers, this was a crutch he had to lean on in order to kind of pull these random people out of nowhere and being like, oh yeah, he's crazy strong. You just don't know who he is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But that's all I wanted to say for today. I'm not going to ramble any longer than I need to. Go check out my Bam versus Monkey D. Luffy video if you haven't. Check out some of the other Tower of God videos in my playlist. And you guys have yourselves a mighty fine day. A year.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Shout out to the Patreon gang. I appreciate the continued support. Shout out to the certified Bam lovers. CBL Nation, CBL gang. It is what it is. But also shout out to the Priest of Fire. You know, that's Brilith gang. Could they be the real CBLs? I think they just might be. But a huge big shout out to the 5th Zen Gods. Shout out to Zyler Scotty, Zodiac Nemiko, Zachary Cooper, Tino Brown, Ticos, Simi, Scobe, Revenant, Naz Riley, Markov, Lucky Roo, Lazy Dragon, Johnny Rogers, Huey, Triss, Childish Nujabis, Andrew, Big Allen, and Big Abdel. Your support is appreciated. Yo, I slept in a bed the other day. Yo, I can afford a bed now. You guys are out here saving my life.